Do you like nuggets, school gang? Well, we need to talk about something. It's actually quite serious, to be honest, because children across the world are affected by obesity. Fast food culture has damaged our society irreparably. You can't walk down a high street without seeing highly processed garbage filling up the stomachs of absolutely everyone. Some people would point the finger of blame towards the children. More would point it to the parents who encourage the children to eat in these establishments. And there are some of us who would blame the ridiculously pointless, creepy nonce clown that dominated McDonald's entire advertising and media campaign for years, Ronald McDonald. He's the worst, a pure weirdo. A clown that advertised a fast food chain called McDonald's. I don't know if you've heard of it. Not that one. The old McDonald's. Oh, you kids, you don't know anything. Back when I was younger, McDonald's had this childishly bright, noddy looking theme that wasn't exactly nice but distinctive, and they also had this mascot. I wouldn't say mascot, actually. I'd say more of a cult leader. If he came up to me and told me to eat a Big Mac, I'm putting that Big Mac into my mouth. His first appearance was in 1963 with a god-awful advert. Here I am, kids. Take a look. I mean, what in the USA in the 60s is that about? What's on his head? Why's he got a cup on his nose? I don't care if it was the 60s. Why are you sat in the dark watching an advert about yourself surrounded by what looks like taxidermied animals? This was not the way. He wants to grow up, this one. He's a creep. The actor behind it has to be a nonce, doesn't he? Well, he's actually not. Fair play. Well done for clearly keeping it a secret. Anyway, I guess the actor may not be a nonce, but the character definitely is. Look at his body language. Look at his creepy demeanour. He is a full-on nonce. In this advert too, someone off-screen says, "Hey, Ronald, meet the boys and girls," and Ronald says,
"Oh, we've already met."
What the... have we? Because I certainly don't remember that, Ronald. What is going on here? Have you been sneakily meeting children on the side of your job after he's finished pissing about and prancing around like a clown? He breaks character in plain view of the cameras. That's the only shred of normality we ever see when looking at Ronald McDonald. After this, things did progress from there, and eventually McDonald's mascot became the clown that I remember, completely dominating their TV adverts. They then produced statues as well and placed them outside stores to greet people. Who would voluntarily go inside a building with this guy standing there? Look at his wide, unrealistic smile and how horribly tall he is. Peering over kids, ushering them in. I know I was never comfortable seeing Ronnie when I turned up to a Mackey's when I was a kid. I always felt I was being watched and was so glad when they made the change over to a more professional look. What I'd like to know now is when everyone was sat in McDonald's head office, located in presumably hell, and someone went, "What are kids like? Clowns." Someone at the back didn't go, excuse me, Mr. McDonald's, but are we sure kids like clowns? Or do they in fact creep every single child out ever? Is it actually more likely that we're perhaps cementing a trauma in the minds of billions of children to be terrified of clowns for the rest of their lives? And the boss would just go like, nah, Jerry, get out of here. You're meant to be cleaning my toilet. So here I am making jokes about Ronald McDonald being a nonce and all this, and imagine my surprise when I type into Google, "did Ronald McDonald?" and it suggested go to jail. And I'm like, let's check this out. Which brings up a Wikipedia page about a guy called Ronald Karl McDonald who lived in Washington, who was a Santa Claus in shopping malls, and in 1997 he was arrested and pleaded guilty to molesting over 45 children over a 50-plus year gap. This has got a little dark, to be perfectly honest, and the less said about him the better. But let me just say, imagine the board members of McDonald's then. I am sure they wanted Jerry back that day. The clown version of Ronald McDonald still remains really scary to me, but at least if you're a child, quivering under your Power Rangers bed covers, you can try and tell yourself that, yes, this killer clown encouraging me to eat unhealthy processed meats is terrifying, but at least it's only on the TV. Nope. Here he is as a genuinely heart-stopping gigantic balloon in the middle of Manhattan Square. Yep, and people do still dress as him, just with the intent to scare. Anyway, McDonald's have got rid of him now because in 2016 some questionable people started dressing up as killer clowns and chasing women around with knives, and McDonald's was like, look, we can have people being scared of clowns and we can have that mega nonce bearing the same name, but can we have both of those things and murderous rampages that look quite similar to our mascot? Probably not. Anyway, are there other scary mascots? Is that a mad question to ask? Did you get freaked out by Ronald, just like me? Who's the scariest clown that you've seen that's not actually meant to be scary? Let us know in the comments below, and remember to like, comment and subscribe to the channel, because when our channel grows, I'm loving it. That's probably a lawsuit right there.